Welcome to the Kalyani Stadium, and this is going to be a very important and crucial fixture where the Sribhumi FC are taking on the Sesa Football Academy. And Sribhumi campaign on a high. They won the opening game. That was against the mighty Gokulam Kerala. They beat them by 4-0. So this is early winter morning here in Kalyani. And both the sides are absolutely focused because Sesa would try and improve their record, and they have done so very well to qualify in the Indian Women's League. The fifth squad from the Goa, and after a gap of about 2 years, so they are all here. The match officials, Pooja S. and Sesa would try to improve what they performed. They lost their opening fixture against the Garwal, and in the starting lineup, they have Beatrice, the one from Ghana, Amruta, Jannavi in the defense. They go with a 5-4-1 formation, and Aroshi Goveka, the skipper, and Diana Antwi, the one from Ghana, to lead the line, and Sribhumi have Mona Lisa in the goal, and leading the line would be the skipper, Changmai Grace. The Sesa lineup, they have a coach, Nicolas Luis Rodriguez, with Beatrice in the goal from Ghana, and Diana Antwi leading the line, again from Ghana. They have another foreign player, and they have a very good bench, this Sesa Goa side, with Ritika Aniela, Alisa Tavares, Flanny Costa, and Piali Roy. The Sribhumi in their white and green, and the Sesa Football Academy in the pink. So it's all set here for what could be a very important battle for both the sides. And certainly Sribhumi have made a very strong statement. And here we are underway at the Kalyani Stadium in this important fixture. Sribhumi Football Club taking on the Sesa Football Academy. It's slightly misty here at the Kalyani Stadium. And could be some early pressure because the Sribhumi are absolutely on fire. They got 3 full points. They beat the mighty Gokulam Kerala by 4 goals to 0 in the opening fixture. So that was a wonderful performance. And right now it is 17 degrees Celsius here in Kalyani with a humidity as high as 79%. In the white are the Sribhumi Football Club, who've got 3 points from their only fixture. The Sesa Football Academy have packed their defense with 5 defenders. Good long ball. Tangmai making a run. Again, width on the left. A good cross coming in. Waiting there were Tangmai and Anju Tamang. Now a new dawn shines on the Goan football as is Seta Football Academy senior women's team. They've made history. They were champions in the Goan League. They entered the Indian Women's League 2 and then have qualified to the top tier of the women's football in India. And it's indeed doing extremely well. The women football at every level, the senior, the under 20, under 17. Early days here. A bit of an injury concern. Sesa player is down. And they're coached by Nicolas Luis Rodriguez, the Sesa Football Academy. Hopefully that shouldn't be too serious. And Sribhumi is coached by Sujata Kar, one of the India international, very experienced. Has worked with the Blue Tigers, the national squad. The referee Puja S restarts. Now, Sesa looking a very different side. They will try and go attacking. Anju Tamang and move to the right. Mamta. Anju Chanu. Arifa Zahir. Good lob ball. And that was meant for Anju Tamang. They're playing good passes, this Sesa Football Academy. But they have to try and dominate the midfield. Rimpa Halda. She scored a goal against the Gokulam Kerala. And this time the Sribhumi Football Club is a very, very strong side. Sribhumi finished third in the last season of the Indian Women's League. They got 22 points from their 14 outings. And again, some pressure. And clearing the line is Mona Lisa. Anju Chanu. So Sesa putting some early pressure. They have Diana Antwi, the new signing from Ghana. Mausami Murmu. Very good defending this. Sribhumi. They've gone with a 3-5-2 formation. They packed in midfielders, Kamla Devi, Anju Chanu, one who can hold as well as create. And Rimpa Haldar, of course, she's got her attacking stints. Very good quality. Sribhumi will try and keep possession. The primary task would be not to concede a goal. Mamta. Sesa Football Academy suffered a huge defeat on 24th of December at the National Center of Excellence. They were beaten by the Nita Football Academy 6-1. Pyari Sasha scored a hat-trick. Pumika also found a name on the score sheet for the Nita. And Ami Raptu scored a brace. Here comes Sribhumi. Good pressure. Just clearing the line. Janhavi Kishan. Just playing that defensive blocker in front of the back four. They've gone with a 5-4-1 formation. Extremely defensive. And East Bengal, the champions last season in the Indian Women's League, they got 37 points from the 14 games they played. And they are looking very strong as well. Still no goals here at the Kalyani Stadium. On to Mona Lisa, the India international. Anju Chanu. Kamala Devi. A good long ball. Sribhumi trying to utilize the right channel. More so because Mausami Murmu, she's got the speed. And Rimpa Halda arrived there but didn't control it properly. And a lot of people are talking about the significant milestone, the Sesa Football Academy, which becomes the fifth team from Goa to qualify in the Indian Women's League. And that is primarily due to the CSR initiative of Vedanta Sesa Goa. And they have been supporting the academy. And so many great players have emerged. We had Pearl Fernandez. Here's some pressure from Sesa. Diana from Khana, always looking for opportunity. Good long ball. Pressure again, but on to Mona Lisa. Didn't get the right contact. It's end to end again. And Sribhumi always trying to put some pressure. Here again, Dana. Lovely turn. And left foot attempted, but finally it's cleared. The Sribhumi defense is strong as well. Anju Chanu. Looking for option on the right. Shivani Devi. The elevation not perfect. Sribhumi, lovely ball, but off the line. Beat Rice, the keeper from Ghana. Oh, lovely back heel. Dangme Grace. But the link up play right now not working well for Sribhumi. The Sesa Football Academy, the women's team, is coached by Nicolas Luis Rodriguez. Himself a midfielder, this 42 or 43-year-old footballer. She's from Kenya, Bertha Omita. And here is Dinah. Toibisana Chanu knows that allowing space to Dinah could be dangerous. A long-ranger right footer, Seema. And Sesa going wide. Referee Pooja S blowing a little late. And Doug Maygraves that challenge. He fell back to support the defense. Nicholas played for the Mumbai Football Club, was with the Sporting Club Goa. This is Bit Rice from Ghana, the shot stopper. They've got 3 foreign players, 2 from Ghana. Leading the line is Diana Antwi and Bit Rice at the goal. And they have a midfielder in Bertha Omita. Now here's a skipper, Aroshi Goveka, one who has grown with the Sesa Football Academy. Omita has moved up. So is Anjana Thapa. That's headed out. Sribhumi can defend well. Little touch from Shivani. And Sesa looking for every opportunity to attack. The first quarter has not produced a goal so far. Sesa lost their opening game to the Garhwal United FC, another side which has been promoted to the Indian Women's League. And Sesa have just managed to score 2 goals in the 2 games that they played. Sarjida Khatun scored in the first game, and Diana Antwi in the added time in the second half. In that rout, they lost to the Nita Football Academy. Pressure here. Rimpa. But Sesa crowding the defense well and quick on the break now. Movement from the right. Amruta Naik had moved up the right wing back. Amruta well intercepted. Jivanti running out of idea there. Just roll that past Anjana Thapa. Now this is where they have to try and improve this Sesa Football Academy. They're losing the plot in the attacking third, which has to be very, very important. Shivani. Rimpa waiting. So was Anju Tamang. Sima. Shivanti does well to keep it alive. And finally, over the near touchline. Arifa. Sribhumi. They look to end on a high. Had a perfect start to their campaign. Here comes Sribhumi. Attacking to the near post and big tries. A good save in the near post. That was a lovely run from Shivani Devi. She started in the opening fixture against Gokulam Kerala as well. And Sujata doesn't like to make too many changes. Not the best of contact. Mausami Murmu. She didn't start in the opening game. So only one change for Sribhumi. Poonam not starting. He's back to the bench. Anju Chanu. Mausami. Just a flick pass. Rimpa. That cross teasing. And left foot. Flag staying down. That's the opening goal. Sribhumi always looking for that opening and a lovely pass meant for Anju Tamang, and she scores at the 20th minute. Just timed the run and a bit of a defensive lapse there. Channabi failing to mark the attacker and Bit Rice. She was off the line but just couldn't prevent Anju Tamang from scoring. So the scoreline has changed. Sesa Football Academy 0, Sribhumi Football Club 1. And Anju Tamang as the scorer. As I mentioned, a very strong start to the campaign, this Sribhumi FC. Tobisana Chanu. She is always solid at the back. But could be some reaction from the Sesa Football Academy. now have conceded 10 goals. They took 3 goals against the Garwal United, and Nita Football Academy pumped 6 goals, and already they have conceded against the Sribhumi. Now Sesa can do well. Get a lob pass, playing in the small area and maintaining possession. Bit tries, lets it go, putting pressure with Shibani. She can operate well from the channels. It's got the speed, Shivani Devi. And talking about Sujata Kar, she's always been a source of inspiration for these players. Played for the national side, the Blue Tigers, 1998 till 2007. And during her career, she signed a contract with the German Bundesliga second division side called TSV Kreilsheim. She trained for 2 months in Germany. Kar. She also captained the East Bengal club team in the Kolkata Women's Football League. Sribhumi going with a sudden load. They're putting a lot of pressure. And China is waiting for things to happen. Simran Narveka. Jivanti. Not to the right area. And Sribhumi winning back possession. They've gone with a high press from the second quarter. And that resulted in a goal. Anju Chanu to the goal scorer, Anju Tamang. We are past midway in the first half. And Aroshi Govekar is one who has grown with this academy in Sesa. And a lot of big names are associated with this go inside. A good long ball. And lovely cross coming in. Mausami Murmu. But defended well. Mausami from the pylon. They made the job a little difficult. Murmu had a little space in front of her. Good entry. But then that cross blocked by the Goan defenders. Sribhumi have a very, very strong bench. That's Sujata. Had a stint with the senior national side as well as coach. Cleared away Sima. They had packed five defenders, but still Sribhumi is trying to create spaces in the defense, trying to find out the lacuna. Shivani. They're keeping possession, this Sribhumi. And here comes the Kenyan, Bertha Omita. Option on the left. Sesa playing passes. Dinah. They're trying to press hard. This side from Sesa. Amruta. Not to the right direction and goes to Mona Lisa, the India international. Taking her time. Arifa. A good little touch. Masami, space there. She's got the speed. But challenged well. He looks up to the referee. She allows play. Arifa again. Oh, not the best of first touch from Anjutaman, the goal scorer, but they're winning back possession. And here is Dinah. Pass to the left. Sulekha. Good challenge. The Sribhumi defense is very, very compact. Anjutaman had moved to the wide area on the right. And she scored a brilliant goal. That's the skipper, Aroshi Goveka, the Sesa Football Academy. The Mamta with the throw-in. Taman. Mamta cross only as far as Bitrise. Keeper from Ghana. Beaten once. Talking about the bench of Sribhumi, they have got Poonam Sharma, Arena, Bala Devi, the legend, Afreen, Karishma, Barnali. So it's pretty strong. And the attackers in the form of Susmita Bardhan and Kavita Sarin. And Sesa have got Sajida Khatun, one who scored the only goal in the game against Garwal United FC. And both the goals of Sesa Football Academy have come in the last quarter. Sajida scoring against Garwal in the 89th minute. And Tina Antwi scored against the Nita Football Academy in the third additional minute in the second half. Half an hour play gone. Sesa Football Academy 0 and Sribhumi Football Club 1. The only goal coming through Anjuj Tamang, 20th minute goal. And a bit of a defensive lapse, and Jannabi Kisan allowed Anju to move in. They were trying to lay the offside trap, which Anju could beat. Marshavi. Arifa. At times, those back passes could prove dangerous. Amruta. Sesa trying to build it up from the deep. But that perfect combination not working at the moment. Amruta again. China. And clearing it well, the Sribhumi defenders. They're not leaving much space there for the Sesa attackers to work onto. Headed out again. And back into the attack. Sribhumi. They have the options. Anju Chanu. Toibi-sama Chanu. Arifa. They are in absolute no hurry and looking very, very confident. This Sribhumi Football Club. Just rolling the passes, a bit of ball rotation. Arifa, that is too much of weight on that pass. And Mausami failing to keep it in play. Mausami Mormo. That only goal from Anju Tamang separates the two sides. That's a pass behind the back four. And some pressure here. But Mona Lisa does well. And finally she is collected, but here there's a bit of a collision. And going down there's Jivanti. The winger from Sesa Football Academy. That was played behind Arifa in that challenge. China colliding. Hopefully not too serious. The referee immediately called for support. The support staffs right now working. Could be a bit of niggle to the left knee for that late challenge. But that was some little pressure from the Sesa Football Academy. Diana talking to the referee Pooja S. Diana Antwi. The Sesa combination not working well. There's no link up play in the Most of the time, Dinah being left alone. No good passes from the midfield, in which Sesa have tried to improve. But Dinah can score goals, which she has done in the past as well. Arifa is all right. Masumi to the wrong area. Good turn, Rimpa, but failed to hold on to that. She was putting a bit of pressure. Again, missed passes. And that has been the cause of concern for the Sesa Football Academy. Sribhumi finished third in the last season of the Indian Women's League. He's being over crowned champions in Gokulam, Kerala, the runner-up. Arifa joins the party. Defended well, Dinah. Winning back, Bertha. Good bit of movement down the left channel for the Sesa. Tries to keep it in play. Pressure from Mamta. And Sulekha moved forward. Sulekha Kanhar. Anju. Good touch. Shivani. Playing a little 1-2 there. Sribhumi won 7 games in the last edition of the Indian Women's League. They drew 1 and lost 6. And that's where their championship run started. East Bengal won 12 out of the 14 games they played last season. They were absolutely on fire. They lost just 1 game and drawn 1. And Gokulam Kerala finished on 29 points from the 14 games last season. They lost 3. And East Bengal scored the most number of goals, 38, and conceded the least amount of goals, just 10. And here, Sesa Football Academy, the women's team, playing the 3rd game. Already they conceded 10 goals. Shivanti trying to find China. Here's a bit of movement. Left foot. Not so powerful. But Mita. Never could generate the power. One felt that body slightly off balance. Good pressure from Shivanti. That is again ill-directed. Anjana Thapa in support. Anju Tamang operating from the right channel. That's Anju. She scored the only goal. But Tana. Omita. First touch not so good. And the referee blowing. Puja S. A bit of a verbal caution for that challenge from Anjana Thapa. Now, Nita Football Academy also doing pretty well this season. And right now at the pole position in the Indian Women's League 2025-26 is the Garwal United, the side which has been promoted. They're on 6 points from the two outings. They won both their games. China. She's always trying but left without much support. Amruta. Well defended. And here comes Anju rushing, but Bitrise clears the line. Once again, pressure from Sribhumi. Left foot. Masabi. Rimpa. Lovely skill, but too close to Bitrise. Rimpa Halda. He scored one goal so far. He's got lovely skill. Very good first touch. And with the left foot. That was an intended cross. Landed too close to Bitrise. And here comes Jivanti. Pressure. A bit of a physicality from Bertha Mita, the Kenyan. And China waiting. The corner kick results. Jannavi Kishan. And right now, second in the league table at the Nita Football Academy. They won one and drawn one in the couple of games they played. Corner kick little away. And chance to clear it. Sribhumi looking compact in the defense. Janhavi again. Dina holds well, turns, left foot. Off target. She was quick on the turn. This Dina Andrick. And Sribhumi right now third on the points table. 3 points from the first game that they played. They beat Gokulam Kerala. It was a goal fest, 4-0. And East Bengal are fourth on the points table with a goal difference of +1. And they are a very strong contender. Can they defend the title? Now, this league is getting intense. 8 teams. And to be played in 2 phases. And 3 additional minutes here in the first half. Mamta. Bit of scramble. Anju. Suleka lets it go for a throw-in favor of Sesa Football Academy. They have to try and find out way. Sesa, they're not combining well. It's been a defensive formation in 5-4-1, employed by the coach Nicolas Rodriguez. Good long ball. Trying to keep it in play. Omita. Well defended again. Sana Chanu. She's at the heart of the Sribhumi defense. The spine, you can call her. Very effective. Corner kick. Arushi has also moved up. That's curled in. Elevation correct. Omita. Into the penalty area. Some pressure from the side in the pink shirt. That's Sesa Football Academy, who've done extremely well to arrive at this stage. The fifth team from Goa, which takes part in the Indian Women's League. Corner kick. Curled to the near post, cleared away. And finally, that attempt. And the referee blowing. That's all the action in the first 45 minutes. And the scoreline at the halftime: Sesa Football Academy 0, Sribhumi Football Club 1. There's been pressure from Sribhumi, and they are trying to maintain the momentum that they gained after that huge victory against the Gokulam Kerala. And Sesa Football Academy have to try and pull up their socks. And this is how the first 45 minutes at the Kalyani Stadium, a very crucial fixture for the both the sides. In the pink were the Sesa Football Academy. Some initial pressure, but here came Sivani, forcing a save from Bitrice. And this was the moment. Anju Tamang beating the defenders, and the entire defense stranded in anticipation of an offside, which was not. And Anju Tamang capitalized on that. And there was always pressure from Sribhumi. Mosami very active, especially through the left channel. And this was a moment, bit of collision. China with Arifa first. Omita. The left footer, no power generated. Rimpahal, the lovely touch. But her cross only as far as Beatrice. So that's one goal that separates the two sides. And at the half time, Sribhumi lead by that Anju Tamang goal. At the half time, Sesa Football Academy 0, Sribhumi Football Club 1. And we shall be back with a live action right after the break. Back again for the second half play of the Indian Women's League, the game between Sribhumi Football Club and Sesa Football Academy. And Sribhumi, they're already up by a goal that came in the 20th minute of the first half through Anju Tamang. And not a very, very happy campaign for the Sesa Football Academy, who have reached this stage, the fifth gone side, and they are amongst the eight teams that's competing in the Indian Women's League. And Sesa Football Academy, they're making their debut, and a gone side appears after a hiatus of 2 years. We are underway for the second half play. In the white, the Sribhumi Football Club attacking from the left to the right of your screen. And the Indian women's football is gaining a lot of popularity. The teams across the three age groups, the senior, the under 20, and under 17, have all secured their spot in the respective Asian Cup competitions. Sribhumi, very confident. They're trying to maintain their good work. They started with a great victory against the Malabarians, the Gokulam Kerala. They beat them by 4 goals to 0. Referee blows up Pooja S. Having a strict vigil on the game. Seema. Seema, defender for Sesa. Again, trying to block that little movement from the pink. Simran Mamta has it covered. Sulekha Kanha. And Mona Lisa lets it go. Poonam has come in place of Shivani for the Sribhumi. Shivani always a very, very active on the channels. So the first substitution being made. Defender coming in place of the winger. A bit of scramble. Sulekha arriving there, but not controlling it properly. They're trying to maintain possession, this Sesa Football Academy. Omita. More in a frontal role now. She was playing from deep down in the first half. Now, need to link up with the Ghana and Dinah Antwi. And here's a Sribhumi skipper, Dangmei Grace. Dangmei scored a couple of goals against the Malabarians in that wonderful performance by the Sribhumi. She got an early goal, 4th minute, and then again at the other side of the break, 59th minute. Rimpa Haldar. She's got lovely touch. Omita. He's turning out to be a box-to-box midfielder, this Omita. Had played for the Setu Madurai and Gokulam Kerala in the past. Here's pressure now. Right footer. Anju Tamang. She scored one. She's looking for the second. That little touch. Just over the cross piece. A bit rise. Lets it go. The 30-year-old keeper from Ghana. She's also played for the Gokulam Kerala in the past. Sribhumi attacking again. And that cross innocuous. Goes across the face of the goal. Marshami. She had Anju Tamang waiting in the 6-yard area. Not delivered properly. Dangmei. Back to Mamta. They're very, very confident, this Sribhumi. The Sesa Football Academy. They took part in the Goa's Women's League in the 7th season, and they quickly settled and they were crowned champions following their campaign in 2024-25, which ensured their promotion to the Indian Women's League 2. And they finally made it to the top tier. The head coach, Nicolas Rodriguez, working with the squad. And that was Mamta. That lob pass meant for Anju. And quickly on the counter with the Sesa Football Academy. Mona Lisa under no pressure, the Sribhumi keeper. Here's one. Lobbed and Mona Lisa losing flight, and finally she collects. Shivanti. That right-footed lob. Omita was following it up. Mona Lisa did well to collect it. Now, as rightly mentioned by Nicolas Rodriguez, that now we are in a preparatory phase and where we are trying to adapt to the different styles of play, the tactical aspects, as most of our players are new to the setup. And so far, everybody is gelling well, but it really doesn't show because Sesa right now in the relegation zone haven't earned a point. Lost both their games. Mamta. Good forward ball. Flag is up. Anju Tamang making a good run. He's always looking for opportunity. And today, Dangmei Grace, the skipper of Sribhumi, operating from the wide area on the right. She normally is in the number 9 role, which is quite happy to leave it to Anju Tamang, who is leading the line. And Sribhumi would try and reinforce the lead. because the one goal margin is never ever safe. The Sesa squad has been reinforced by Ghana and Diana Antwi, a defender primarily, but now in the role of an attacker. And they've got the Kenyan Omita Berta. And in the mix, there are about 8 to 10 Goan talents. And the players from the other states, one who has been in the national teams across the different age groups. Rimpa. Anjuchano. Right foot. Nowhere near target. Bit rise, not tested. Bit rise is experienced. This keeper from Ghana had stints with the Gokulam Kerala in the past. Simran. Suleka. Good forward ball. Meant for Diana. But again, the passing has not been accurate. They have to try and improve on the combination play. And again, they need to create that sense of belief that they can. There had been a series of reverses in the opening fixtures. Good cross. And not connecting properly with the header. Here they come. Sribhumi. But Beatrice does well. He's got the height and Dangmei Grace. Great ball. Kamala Devi onto Rimpa. And Dangmei Grace couldn't beat Rice. That physicality coming into play. We're approaching the hour mark with Sribhumi Football Club leading by that solitary goal coming from Anju Tamang. Again, bit of pressure from the left channel. Masumi had been very active. This time defended well. Not too far away. Dangmei, the skipper. Lovely touch. Great cross, but Beatrice does well. Collects it on the first intention. Dangmei from near the byline. She was looking for Anju Tamang, who's working through the middle, the number 9 position there. And she always looking for opportunity and would punish the opposition. We give her a little space and she can create the magic. Once again, it's Tamang. Holds up and tries to find her skipper, Dangmei Grace. She's off balance. Couldn't generate the power. Just have a look at that. Left-footed chip pass. And collecting that volley was Dangmei Grace. Could have done better. Now, this is the first game that Sesa are playing at this particular venue, this Kalyani Stadium, some 50 kilometers down north from the heart of the city of joy. In all the previous games, a couple Sesa played at the National Center of Excellence. That sort of place called Newtown on the fringes of Salt Lake. Omita, good cross, intercepted. The Sribhumi defense standing tall and they are excellent. Anju, Rimpa, quick passing bout, a good long ball. Some pressure at the hour mark. That Anju Tamang goal separates the two sides. Sesa Football Academy nil, Sribhumi Football Club 1. Mamta. Sulekha Kanha. Working through the middle was Anjana Thapa. But always winning back possession, Sribhumi. This time poor by Mausami Murmu. But she had a brilliant game, this Mausami. Anju Chanu. Sribhumi having the better of exchanges and keeping possession. The rotating the ball, the quick passes. Mona Lisa. Very fast. He's always quickly off her lines. Mamta. Anju Tamang looking for support. The body language is very positive for the Sribhumi Football Club. They're looking positive, they're looking bright. But Sesa Football Academy, the players, the shoulders shouldn't drop. They still have a chance to fight back. This is a long league, a double round robin. And Anju Tamang breaking loose at every possible opportunity. Sulekha. Mamta defending well. But Amita, Kenyan. Oh, lovely turn. A good cross, but again, very well anticipated by Mona Lisa. Sulekha. That left-footed cross to a perfect goalkeeper's height. Today, one feels it's been a bit of an underwhelming performance by the Sribhumi skipper, Tang Mei Grace. She is much more aggressive and She's got lovely attacking instincts, her quality beyond doubt and question. Simran, Anjana Thapa, failing to win that. And now Anjana to the wrong area, the wrong shirt. Mona Lisa, poor. Sends it out for a flat kick in favor of Sesa. They go on side, can fight back. Sribhumi leading by a very, very thin margin, which is never safe. Jannabi with the flat kick. Little variation attempted, but no pressure whatsoever on Sribhumi. And here they come. Anju Tamang. Oh, give away that cross into the area, but straight on to Mona Lisa. Sesa Football Academy play their next game on 30th of December against the mighty East Bengal. You got lovely players, East Bengal. Fazila Ikwaput, Soma Gogulat. And now substitution happening. Piali Roy coming in for the Sesa side. Shivanti. Obita quickly with the throw in. Looking for Diana. The Ghanaian combining well with the Kenyan. But just have a look at Tangmei Grace. She's fallen back to support her defense. She's got all-round quality, this Tangmei. Amita. Very hard working. A lovely ball. Mamta does well. And just coming in is Piali Roy as a substitute. And she has replaced Sulekha Kanha. Sulekha was working well, especially from the left channel. Substituted by the coach Nicolas Rodriguez. Sesa. Winning back possession. Amruta. Shivanti. But here comes Mausami. Combines well with Anju Chanu. Good forward ball. Anju Taman. All by herself. Couldn't bring a perfect finish. Great speed and beat Amruta, but that left footer came striking the crosspiece and coming back to play. Very lucky. Go inside. Could have been the second goal. Anju Tamang. Clinical. She looks very fit, agile, Anju. So only that Anju Tamang goal separates the two sides. Sribhumi leading could have been the second goal. Anju Tamang had scored 15 goals for the Blue Tigers in the 69 games he's represented the country. A lovely player, is Anju Tamang. Again, the right footer attempted from a distance. Rimpa Haldar is other one who shines. Anju Tamang, a long, illustrious career, had been with the Gokulam Kerala, Setu Madurai, Orissa, the East Bengal in the last season, 24-25. Anju Tamang comes from Alipurdua in West Bengal. Some pressure from the Sesa. China losing out. Skipper. Tang Mei Grace. Great ball in. But that angle blocked well. Lovely through pass meant for Mausumi. But Amruta Naik did well. Covered diagonally. Sribhumi certainly had the better of exchanges. They're keeping possession as well. Rimpa Holder. Little push from Shivanti. She scored a goal against the Gokulam Kerala. Toibisana Chanu. With long delivery. Rimpa doesn't hold. And quickly on the break. Here comes the fresh pair of legs, the Piali Roy for the Sesa Football Academy. And talking about Dangmei Grace, she's been a wonderful player for the Blue Tigers. 92 international games, 23 goals she's scored. Played for different clubs. So some pressure once again from the Sribhumi. Dangmei Grace is again from Manipur. Played for the Setu, for the Gokulam Kerala. Kick start and now to Sribhumi. They look a very compact unit, this Sribhumi football club, and could be a strong contender for the title this season. They've never won it. Again, pressure from Tamang. She was looking for Masumi Murmu with that cross. Anju Tamang was with the Gokulam Kerala 2023-24 season. Well defended, Sesa. So to the final quarter, still that solitary goal lead by Sribhumi. Indian Women's League will be very, very intense. Will be played in the two phases. Again, Tangmei Grace rolls it on for Anju Tamang. Grace, not too much of power on that pass, intercepted. And quickly back into the attack. Oh, that challenge. Trebisana Chanu. And mistiming the challenge would have resulted in a greater infringement. Had to be perfect. Grace putting some pressure now. Anju Chanu. Sribhumi attacking. There's option there. Bit tries. Quickly off a line. Narrowed the angle, but Masumi couldn't finish. She had made a run. Bit tries. Was off a line very, very quickly. She is very sharp. This Indian Women's League, this edition, has been divided in two phases because the Indian senior and the under 20 women's team have their Asian Cup campaigns. The first phase shall be on till 9th of January 2026. And the second phase will kick off again on 28th April and shall end by 10th of May. Again, good long pass, bit tries in the role of a super keeper. A lovely ball in. China! And doing well there, Mona Lisa. Trebisana Chanu. Just got a bit of a niggle. China speeding up, and Mona Lisa, the India international, doing so very well. Shadow receiving a bit of attention from the support staff. And this was the moment Anju Tamang scoring the only goal so far. A lovely assist from the skipper, Tang Mei Grace, and the entire defense was stranded. And again, that Anju strike hitting the upright and coming back to play could have been a second goal for her. 10 minutes of regulation time left. Can Sesa fight back? That's the question. The Indian Women League, the top tier, the women's football. Again, Mona Lisa collects. Most successful side in this Indian Women's League is, of course, Gokulam Kerala. They won it thrice and been runner-up twice. Here comes Sesa. They come here, arrive with a lot of dreams. Pierre Roy is coming in a substitute. Now substitution happening. The skipper, Tang Mei Grace, would be replaced by Karishma, the number 17. Mona Lisa collects. But Amita has been very, very active. Great work rate, covers a lot of ground. This Bertha, the Kenyan, as in the past, she's done for the clubs like Setu of Madurai and the Gokulam Kerala FC. A very utility player. It's quite surprising that the Sesa Football Academy coach Nicolas Luis Rodriguez hasn't used Sarjida Khatun, one who scored the opening goal for Sesa, and that came against the Garwal United FC. And Dinah Antwi is the other. Only a couple of goals scored by Sesa in their campaign in this edition of the Indian Women's League. And that was an intended cross. From the right channel. And we can see Anela is coming. No danger, no damage done. Mamta fails to keep it in play. Simran. Pierre. they're throwing bodies forward. This Sesa, all the pink shirts moving up, but the defense of Sribhumi very compact. Though they have gone with the back three: Arifa, Toibisana, and Mamta, and five in the midfield. Bit of tactical variation by the coach Sujata Kar. And Toibisana Chanu had been excellent all throughout. And she plays a perfect A game. The goal scorer. And she's got the captain's armband, Anju Tamang. Can I get a second? She had one of her shots hitting the upright, coming back to play. Scoreline: Sesa Football Academy 0, Sribhumi Football Club 1. Here's Anju. Good cross. Right foot. Bit rise. Good dive. And makes a good save there. Karishma's just come in. A bit of a volley on the turn. Not much of power. There's about 4 minutes of regulation time left in the second half. The Kenyan Bertha Amita. Set piece for the go inside. Siba. Good header, Anju. Lovely touch. Again, a great ball in. The defense got stranded. But this cross is again too close to Beatrice. Chance to waste it somewhat. Masami Murmo. It's been an entertaining game here, end to end. And the go inside always probing, but failed to penetrate because the Sribhumi defense is very, very compact. One more substitution happening. Kamla Devi to make room for Arena. Bit of tactical change. Arena midfielder. A like for like change. And Bala Devi, the football legend, is in, and she replaces Anju Tamang. So the Sribhumi coach giving little game time, rotation, keeps a squad ready. Big price. Some pressure by Rimpa. And here, a bit of injury concern for Beatrice. And the keeper has to be nursed on the pitch. The final minutes of the regulation time at the Kalyani Stadium, Indian Women's League. And this is how it happened. Karishma collides with Beatrice. And she is physically very strong, this Beatrice. But suddenly clutched the abdomen and went down far too easily, one felt. Still struggling, helping hand by the skipper Aroshi Goveka. Some gel being applied, and Beatrice is ready. Now, this season, it will be East Bengal's quest to become only the second team to defend an IWL title after Gokulam Kerala. Again, a long ranger, Mona Lisa, controls 4 minutes of additional time in the second half. So that's a bit of a lifeline for the Sesa Football Academy. Mamta. Long ball played forward. Sribhumi got two fresh attackers, the legend Bala Devi and Karishma. Can they get one more? That's the question. And here comes Sesa. And to the wrong area. Every time you play a wrong pass, the opportunity goes away. Mamta struggling a bit. Should be all right. For 5 additional minutes now. And we have Baladevi already on the pitch. One who has scored 48 international goals for the country, the Blue Tigers. 58 games that she played and been across clubs in India, Manipur Police, Eastern Sporting Union, Rangers, Orissa, and now to Sribhumi. She is 35 years of age from Manipur, Baladevi. Has the captain's armband. Had been the Indian Women's League top scorer 2017-18 and 18-19, Baladevi. here's chance for Sribhumi. Well defended. Sesa could be the last chance, but that snatched away. Karishma. Good pass. Little wayward. And Baladevi had been the most valuable player 2023-24 in the Rajmata Jijabhai Trophy. And thrice been the All India Football Federation Women's Player of the Year, the last time being 2020-21. Referee looking at the watch, Pooja S. and Sribhumi Football Club are taking the game away. And what looks like could be the third consecutive defeat by the Sesa Football Academy. And they are trailing the laggards. Here's an attack coming up again for Sribhumi. Still haven't earned a point, this Sesa Football Academy. And they're in the relegation zone. Kickstart Football Academy Karnataka as well. And there goes the blaster whistle from Pooja S, indicating that Sribhumi Football Club has beaten the Sesa Football Academy by that solitary goal from Anju Tamang coming in the first half, 20th minute, and full-time score at Kalyani. Sesa Football Academy 0, Sribhumi Football Club 1. A clinical performance again at the end. The customary handshake at the end of the game. And Sribhumi move on to the 6 points. Victories in both the games that they have played. And they now top the league table with a goal difference of +5. And still no points from the 3 outings of Sesa Football Academy. And they need to improve. It's still a work in progress and job done well by Sujata Kar and her girls. It's always been a very, very interesting battle this at Kalyani Indian Women's League. Sribhumi Football Club taking on the Sesa Football Academy. And this is how things rolled out. In the pink was the Sesa Football Academy. They started on a high note, but again, good movement from Shibani, forcing a save from mid-rise. This was the moment Anju Tamang scored that goal, pass from Dangmei Grace. The defense stranded. They thought that they have caught Anju Tamang offside, but the flag stayed down. And as always, it's been mentioned that play to the flag. This was one great movement coming up. A bit of challenge and collation. Shivanti. And that left-footed attempt from Bertha Amita. Not much of power. This was close. Rimpa's shot. The cross. And this attempt from Tina went wayward. Sesa trailing at the lemon break. And Anju Tamang kept on attacking. And this was one from Mausami, that cross. And Mamta lob one meant for Anju. Beatrice did well. This time Monoliths have beaten couldn't anticipate but did well finally. And this was one from Rimpa. And Dagmi Chris. A lovely cross, but too close to be tries. And this was again a cross sent in. Dangmei slightly off balance. And Sulekha kept on attacking. This was one which could have gone in, struck the upright, came back to play. And Tina brought in a lovely save, pumped that away. Mona Lisa and Karishma on the turn. And Mausami kept on attacking. She was very active on the left channel. And finally, Sribhumi Football Club could manage a clinical victory against the Sesa Football Academy. Full-time score at Kalyani Stadium. Sesa Football Academy 0, Sribhumi Football Club 1, courtesy that 20th minute goal by Anju Tamal.